Hi, Cole here. I hope you've enjoyed the videos we put together about the rotisserie for the Lotus Elan body. So we've made another little video here of just still photographs that we actually took during the building of the project and some shots of the body on the rotisserie. And I just will point out a few things to you, so I hope you enjoy this too. This is the front fork, which is bolted into the front of the body. These little plates here and the ones down here, they just attach to the bobbins that are already in the body. These are the tower bobbins, and these bobbins connect to the bobbins down near the rack. This piece is a two-piece. You can see bolts here, they're captive bolts. So there's a plate here, two plates together. So this bar or arm comes in through the nose air intake of the body, and of course this is already pre-installed into the body, and then you bolt up and join the two plates together, and then you can join it onto hook it up to the swivel on the engine stand, or the A-frame if you have to build an A-frame if you don't have an engine stand. So here's another shot of it here from the engine stand side. You can see all the plating and the gusseting here, the bolting, the two plates joined together here, and how the arms reach in. It's really quite secure. Everything is held really well. There's no fear of anything snapping off. I will point out, you need to be a good welder, either MIG or stick welder, and there are some parts to machine on the lathe, and hopefully you can do that work. If not, you can find someone to do it for you. But the biggest thing is you have to be a good welder. If your welding is just so-so, I wouldn't recommend that you do it. You might find someone who's a good welder to help you out in the project. This is the rearmost arm, support arm, that goes underneath the body. This pickup point and these here, just simply again bolt into the body bobbins that are already there. This one up near the gearbox, and this one here is the rearmost at the back of the tray. That's where they hook up. Now the levels of the body is not flat right throughout where everything hooks up. So you have to work out the differences in the levels. It'd be good if it was, but it's not. So this is why this is made like that, and this one's on top. It's just different. So be aware of that. This is the rearmost plate and A-frame and swivel. This distance from the centre here down to the arm, which you'll see in a minute, is a critical distance, because that allows you the balancing of the body, and also the height of your A-frame will be critical to the centre point. This was an S2 body. S1 and S2 bodies are the same, but if you're working with S3 with I don't know whether they have fixed windscreens or not, I think they do, and S4 they definitely have a fixed windscreen, or you've got a coupe, you're going to have to lift that up because you need more clearance for the body, the hardtop or coupe bonnet, whatever, to get it up higher. So going a little bit further, this is another shot of the locking plate. There's 24 holes around this plate. That allows plenty of room and plenty of angles, variation, different angles. This pin, you push the lever forward and disengages the pin. You can roll your body around and let it lock into wherever you want, whatever angle you want. Very secure. Make sure the pin is nice and strong. It's a 5/8 pin, and it's got a little machined reduced diameter, like a little spigot on the end of it, which engages in the hole positively and locks and will not pop out. Little close-up view of the spring, which is an old Lotus valve spring, and a shim, machined steel shim seat, whatever you like to call it. Not a shim, a seat. So a couple of plates there. It's on a pivot here. These little bits need to be machined up. A bit of machining on the spigot there. So it's all pretty simple, really. Just some plates there welded onto the bar, and all works very well. This is the swivel, where the plate will be bolted onto or mounts onto. It's only a very short spigot, and you'll see in the video why that's just a little short spigot. So then the plate, the index plate, has only got a little boss, machine boss, which is welded to the plate. When you're mounting that on, make sure that it's totally in the center. Otherwise, when you rotate the plate, the pin may not engage evenly in every hole. You'll have an out of round type of effect. So you want to check that. You need to be able to roll your rig around. So you'll have casters. These were some cheap casters I picked up somewhere. I think they might have been off an old hospital bed. So that's what I used. It worked fine. And I can also slip them out and put them on the floor dolly that I've got to put the body on when I'm working on it. These are the longitudinal arms or rails that hold it all together, stop it from getting out of alignment. A couple of tabs welded on there, held it with a 3/8 bolt. Pretty simple. Same again on the other end. I put some oversized tube here and just made it telescopic, and when it was all lined up, it just hit it with the arc welder to hold it in place, and that's all good. This is the arm. We'll insert it in the car. You mount that in first, and then you offer up the arm to bolt that in through the nose cone, as you can see, and then it's bolted to the engine stand or the A-frame swivel, whatever you have to use that in. So this is the rear crank swivel arm mounted underneath the body. It's just sitting there ready to be hooked up to the rest of it. The body has been lifted with a chain block. We use slings inside the cockpit down to the footwells and out to the outer seatbelt mount for special brackets. So that's how we lift the body. Of course, you can't do that with a coupe or fixed hardtop. You'll have to use some other means to do that, and you'll have to work that out yourself. Now, here we are now. We've got the A-frame all slipped onto the swivel there with a washer, and next thing we've got to do is put the plate on. So that just slips on. You line up the holes, pop the bolt through, and it's all good. So that's ready to go. So we take the block and tackle off the body, and the next shot I'm going to show you is one I took before the body was primed, but this is what it's like when it's all in the rig. You roll it out of the shed. I did a lot of work outdoors because it's I wasn't affected by the dust so much. It blew away in a slight breeze. So that's pretty much what it is. You can roll the body to any angle, right side up, on its side, either side, variations of all different angles to do all sorts of work on the car. Now this is another bit of work that I did. I wanted the bottom of the car to look just as good as, or nearly as good as the top of the car. So everything on the bottom was all sanded, the guards were all sanded, there was no burrs, no sharp bits, everything was clean as a whistle and all painted and finished, and it looked really, really nice. I also have an electric die grinder with carbide burrs, and I found that just absolutely fabulous tool for cleaning and grinding and getting rid of any bits of crappy fiberglass that you didn't want anywhere. It just cuts so well. Yes, noisy to use, but very efficient. So that's how it looks there. And of course, we also use the rig when we're painting the body. And the advantage there was we could roll it around instead of working on trestles where you have to get underneath the body yourself. We could roll it up, roll it down, do the other side. It was just fantastic. We'll roll it right over when it's back to do the rearmost pan, boot pan, or the front apron. So that worked really, really well. And of course, all the doors, boot, bonnet are all done separately. So that's pretty much what it's all about. Again, I said I will make up a list of materials and put it on a sheet, and I'll put a download link somewhere so you can grab that, have a look and see where you're going with your own project. But I recommend you do it. It's great time saver, great labour saver, and once you've used one, you would never do another car without a rotisserie. Not sure whether I mentioned it. Some guys use their chassis as part of the rotisserie. I don't recommend you do that, because if you want to clean your car underneath and do any work, the chassis is in the road. It's a pain, absolute pain. So you don't want anything on your body when you're working on it. Absolutely bone, skeleton bare body. That's what you need. So yeah. Anyway, that's what we've done, and that's how we did our rotisserie. I hope you can have fun building your own project, and it should work well. So good luck.